Kentucky just to our right. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here earlier.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Burrow looking to pass. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Burrow will throw. He's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was a true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to, when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But this opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave them 3 points.
Throwing to start the drive. Martinez firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Colston Loveland, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Bengals defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
An 8-yard gain.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. Now they go play action now. Burrow. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play.
3rd down and 10. Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 39.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll take it just outside the 40. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened, but then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, not too long ago, Charles, that would have been a new NFL record. But instead, it's shy of setting the record, which is 66, but still from 65 away, one of the longest kicks in league history.
And that puts him in elite company in the NFL. Only a few have ever even attempted that, let alone put it through the post. How about his moment? It came together for him, and he delivered.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And they sit now at 500 on the year. And, Charles, this was a team that really looked lost in that first month or so of the season. But they have had the hot hand lately, winning 3 straight.
I would agree. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same team because we followed them pretty closely throughout this season. And early on, I thought this is going to be a really tough year for this crew. So plenty of credit to them for turning the ship around.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They're passing here. Joe Burrow throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
A gain of 11 makes it 3rd.
Here's Burrow.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
1st and 10.
Now it's Burrow. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Option play. Here's Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Bengals very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Martinez.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Chicago.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Martinez.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Martinez. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break the tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
Looking to throw. Martinez. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bears.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Burrow on play action. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Martinez. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
No gain on the play. Brings up
from the shotgun, it's Burrow.
At the 28-yard line.
And he will find his man on the outside. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
They go play action with Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McDonald. 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Bengals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
On the deep ball.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Now back to throw. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
They'll drop the throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
For number 16.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Martinez. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Operating from the gun, Martinez. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
5 yards. And it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He finds his man, complete. It's McDonald. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And that'll be taken just outside the 40. Well, there was a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Martinez throwing to start the drive. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Martinez.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking sideline, incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
4 yards.
From the 29, Burrow.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go.
They'll look to throw again.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Throwing to start the drive. Martinez. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Second and 3 at the 50
Now 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Martinez. He finds his man. Complete. That's Lawson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chicago.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty quick burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
Shamar Stewart on the tackle. No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
That's another Bears first down. A gain of 14. And a Bears first down.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablet.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. It's out. It's loose. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Remember in preseason we would go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them, because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be aggressive and go after him.
A
Pass complete to Odunze. Here's 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they'll work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind, while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Runs through the contact. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Off play action. Martinez. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Operating from the gun, Martinez.
He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Martinez. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage is in lockdown mode everywhere.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Bengals set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
He's going to take another shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to at least get 1 score back. Now the extra point try forthcoming. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
40, Bengals 10.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bears offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Martinez to the left side into the hands of Odunze. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Bears first down.
And he's going to use his legs here.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
Bears first down.
Now the first carry here for the running back. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Burrow. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Number 11. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the 45-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Just short of midfield.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, complete. That's McDonald. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
It's a gain 2. And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 42.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now Burrow. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
Here's Burrow.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Now it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Bengals first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Robinson again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
The kicker on.
Extra point attempt here still to come. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game.
Makes the score Bears.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before we trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The Bears on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here
in this fourth quarter.
At the 21-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, he is caught. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's got a Bengals first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
First down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw here. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the Bears' 38.
They're going to look to throw. No, borrowed up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
Looking to put a drive together. Now Martinez. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's McDonald. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
1st and 10.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
Tackled back at the 35.
Chase, the motion man right.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
First down. First and goal.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals get a bit closer.
This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed.
Now Burrow loses the football.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Down to the 10.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 42 yards.
And the Bears add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball, and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Pretty good first down play. Keeps them ahead of schedule, as they say. And ostensibly, they could go right back to it because there are multiple options on this play. Hand it inside, quarterback tucks it and keeps it, quarterback throws the ball downfield. You should be able to react to the defense and have an option available on every snap.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Yeah, it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, he tried to fit it in back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
And this team continues to stake its claim as Super Bowl favorites. They are now eyeing an 8th straight win as they begin this drive here in the fourth quarter. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Martinez. And they can't bring him down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bears,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.